The gift of 24 hours every single morning, whether you notice it or not, you are handed the greatest gift life could ever give you. Time. Exactly 24 hours. Not a second more, not a second less. And what's truly remarkable is that this gift is given equally to everyone. The billionaire in his mansion and the child in a small village both wake up to the same 24 hours. The difference between a life of greatness and a life of regret is not how much time a person has, but what they choose to do with it. Think about it. Time is the one resource that is both priceless and limited. Money can be lost and regained. Opportunities can slip away and return in new forms. But once a day passes, once a single hour is gone, you will never get it back. That is why wise people treat their hours like sacred treasure, while careless people throw them away without thought. But here is the deeper truth. The universe gives you time as an invitation. Each sunrise is like a whisper saying, "Here is another chance. What will you do with it?" Most people open their eyes and step into their day without realizing the value of what they hold. They drift, they delay, they waste hours on things that bring no growth, no joy, no progress. And then they wonder why success seems so far away. The man or woman who achieves greatness is not necessarily more intelligent, more talented, or more fortunate than you. They simply learned to treat their 24 hours differently. They respect time, honor it, and use it intentionally. For them, every hour is a stepping stone, every minute is a seed, and every day is a building block toward their vision. Think of your 24 hours as a bank account. Each morning, life deposits 86,400 seconds into your account. You are free to spend them however you wish. But here's the catch. Whatever you don't use wisely is lost forever. There are no rollovers, no refunds, no second chances. By midnight, the account resets. The only question is, did you invest those seconds in something that makes you richer in wisdom, stronger in spirit, healthier in body, and closer to your purpose? When you begin to view your 24 hours as sacred, everything changes. You no longer wake up late, wasting half the gift. You no longer drown your hours in meaningless distractions. Instead, you rise with gratitude, with focus, and with intention. You ask yourself, how can I use today to move closer to my destiny? And here is the awakening. You don't need more time. You need better management of the time you already have. Every dream you have, every goal you desire, every success you seek, it can only be achieved through the 24 hours you are given each day. Nothing more, nothing less. So the next time you wake up, don't take your 24 hours for granted. See them for what they truly are. Life's greatest equalizer, life's greatest opportunity, and life's greatest test. What you do with them will decide not just your day, but your destiny. The silent thieves of time. If time is the greatest gift you are given each day, then there are also silent thieves waiting at every corner to steal it away. The tragedy is that these thieves don't wear masks, they don't break into your house, and they don't shout for attention. They slip in quietly, disguised as comfort, disguised as entertainment, disguised as just one more minute. And before you realize it, hours are gone, days are lost, and years are wasted. What are these thieves? They are distractions, endless scrolling on your phone, pointless conversations filled with gossip, hours of watching television or content that adds nothing to your growth. Procrastination, the habit of saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," when tomorrow never comes. These small choices don't feel dangerous in the moment, but over time, they rob you of the future you could have built. Think of it like a leaking bucket. A few drops escaping don't seem serious, but if the leak continues, eventually the bucket is empty. That's exactly how time is stolen from you, drop by drop, distraction by distraction. You don't lose your destiny in one giant mistake. You lose it in hundreds of little wasted hours that felt harmless at the time. The saddest part? Most people don't even realize they're being robbed. They laugh and say, "It's just a few minutes online. It's just one night of laziness." But those few minutes stack up into wasted months, and those one nights stack into wasted years. And then one day, they wake up with regret, asking, "Where did my life go?" The man or woman who achieves success is not necessarily faster or stronger. They are simply more alert. They protect their time like treasure because they know that every wasted hour is an opportunity lost forever. They cut out gossip because it adds nothing to their growth. They reduce meaningless entertainment because it brings no progress. And they fight procrastination because they know waiting for the perfect time is just another trap. But here's the good news. The moment you become aware of these thieves, you can stop them. You can catch them in the act. The next time your hand reaches for your phone out of habit, pause and ask yourself, is this helping me or is it stealing from me? The next time someone invites you into pointless drama, ask, does this move me closer to my purpose? When you begin to question your choices, you begin to guard your hours. Remember this, distractions will always exist. The world is full of noise trying to pull you away from your destiny. But success belongs to those who learn to say no. Every no to a distraction is a yes to your future. Every hour you save from the thieves is an hour invested in building the life you dream of. Time is too precious to waste. Protect it fiercely. Because once it's stolen, you can never get it back. The power of discipline. If time is your greatest gift and distractions are its greatest enemy, then discipline is the bridge that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Without discipline, even the most talented and intelligent people waste their potential. With discipline, even the ordinary achieve the extraordinary. So what is discipline? Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's not about living a rigid, joyless life. Discipline is the art of choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It is the ability to say, I will do what is necessary, not just what is easy. It is the practice of aligning your daily actions with your deepest purpose. Think about it. How many people wake up every day with big dreams but never move toward them? They plan, they talk, they hope, but they don't act with consistency. Discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. A dream without discipline is just fantasy. A dream with discipline becomes destiny. The truth is, your success will not be built in giant leaps. It will be built in small, consistent steps, taken every single day. Waking up when your alarm rings instead of hitting snooze, that's discipline. Choosing to study, to learn, to build when your mind wants distraction, that's discipline. Exercising your body when laziness whispers to stay still, that's discipline. These daily choices may seem small, but over time they compound into greatness. Discipline also means creating structure for your 24 hours. If you don't design your day, the world will design it for you. And usually, the world's design is filled with distractions, demands, and meaningless noise. Discipline is waking up each morning with a plan, knowing your priorities, and sticking to them, no matter how tempting it is to drift. But here's the part most people miss. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You will stumble, and you will have days where you feel weak, where you slip into old habits. That doesn't mean you failed. What matters is whether you rise again, whether you return to the path. True discipline is not about never falling, it is about never staying down. And discipline is also freedom. It may sound strange, but it's true. A life without discipline feels free at first. Sleep whenever you want, eat whatever you want, spend hours however you want. But soon, that freedom becomes chains, poor health, wasted years, broken dreams. On the other hand, a life with discipline feels hard at first, but over time, it brings freedom. The freedom of success, the freedom of health, the freedom of a life lived with purpose. The man or woman who masters discipline doesn't ask, what do I feel like doing today? They ask, what must I do today to honor my future? That question changes everything. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the highest form of self-respect. It is saying to yourself, my future matters, my dream matters, my life matters. And when you live with that kind of discipline, success is no longer a matter of chance. It becomes a matter of time. Designing your day with intention. A successful life is nothing more than a collection of successful days, and successful days are created through intentional design. Too many people drift through their hours without clarity, hoping that life will somehow organize itself. But here's the truth. If you don't design your day, someone else will. And usually, that design is filled with distractions, obligations, and noise that keep you far from your purpose. Designing your day with intention begins the night before. Before you sleep, ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I must accomplish tomorrow? Write them down. Don't let the next day sneak up on you unplanned. A prepared mind wakes with clarity, while an unprepared mind wakes with confusion. When you rise in the morning, begin your day with stillness, not with your phone, not with the noise of the world, but with silence, gratitude, or prayer. This anchors your spirit before the chaos of the world can shake you. Even 10 minutes of reflection or meditation can set the tone for the entire day. Next, give your energy to what matters most first. Too often, people spend their best hours on trivial things and leave their important work for later, when they are tired, drained, and unfocused. But the truth is simple. Mornings carry the strongest energy. If you invest them in your biggest goals, your learning, your work, your health, you will build momentum that lasts all day. Designing your day also means structuring it into blocks. Time blocking is powerful because it prevents your day from slipping away unnoticed. Create specific windows for focused work, learning, exercise, rest, and even leisure. This doesn't make your day rigid, it makes it free because you no longer waste time deciding what to do next. The plan has already been made. But intention is not only about productivity, it is also about balance. A truly intentional day nourishes all parts of you. Your mind, your body, your relationships, and your spirit. Spend time each day learning something new, moving your body to maintain health, connecting with people you love, and nurturing your soul through prayer, reflection, or gratitude. When you live this way, success does not feel like a burden. It feels like alignment. You must also protect your design. Once you decide what your day should look like, guard it fiercely. The world will try to invade your schedule with endless requests, notifications, and distractions. Learn to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to your vision. Intention is not just about planning. It's about protecting your plan from being stolen. And finally, end your day with reflection. Ask yourself, did I live today according to my purpose? Did I spend my time wisely? What can I do better tomorrow? These questions keep you sharp, humble, and growing. The secret is this: your destiny is not hidden in the future, it is hidden in your daily routine. If you design your day with intention, your life will naturally move towards success. If you neglect your day, your future will slip through your hands. The choice is always yours. The balance of rest and action. One of the greatest secrets to managing your 24 hours is understanding the harmony between action and rest. Many people believe success is only about working harder, pushing longer, and sacrificing everything for progress. While effort is vital, too much of it without balance leads to exhaustion, burnout, and even the loss of joy. On the other hand, those who rest too much, who spend their time in constant leisure, never move forward in life. True mastery lies in balancing both rest and action. Action is the engine that drives your dreams into reality. Every step you take, every effort you put in, every decision to act instead of delay moves you closer to your vision. Without action, dreams remain nothing more than fantasies. Success is not given to those who only wish. It is earned by those who act consistently, even when they don't feel like it. But here's the paradox. You cannot sustain action without proper rest. Rest is not laziness. Rest is renewal. Rest is what allows the body, the mind, and the spirit to recharge, so you can act again with clarity and strength. Think about nature. The sun rises and sets. The tides move in and out. The seasons change. Everything in creation flows in cycles of activity and rest. Your life is no different. If you push endlessly without pause, you go against the natural rhythm of existence. The problem is that most people misunderstand both concepts. Some mistake distraction for rest. They scroll endlessly on social media, binge-watch shows, or waste hours on meaningless entertainment. That is not rest. That is escape. True rest leaves you refreshed, energized, and more alive. It may come from sleep, meditation, prayer, a walk in nature, deep breathing, or even moments of silence. It is about reconnecting with yourself, not numbing yourself. Likewise, action does not always mean frantic busyness. Many people fill their days with endless tasks but achieve nothing meaningful. True action is purposeful. It is the deliberate movement toward your highest goals, the focused effort on what truly matters. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the right things. Balancing rest and action requires wisdom. When you feel resistance, ask yourself, am I tired or am I just avoiding the work? If you are tired, rest. If you are avoiding, act. This awareness keeps you from falling into either extreme, overworking or procrastination. And here lies the spiritual truth. Action without rest becomes empty striving, while rest without action becomes wasted potential. But when you bring them together, your life becomes powerful. You act with full strength, and you rest with full surrender. You become like the ocean, powerful in movement, yet calm in stillness. Your 24 hours must have both. Hours of disciplined action, where you give your best to your vision, and moments of sacred rest, where you honor your body and spirit. This balance doesn't just create success, it creates peace. Because success without peace is failure in disguise. Remember, work when it's time to work, rest when it's time to rest, and give your whole heart to both. That is how you build a life of success and wholeness. Living with purpose every hour. Time is the one resource you cannot earn back once it's gone. Money lost can be regained, opportunities missed can return in new forms, but an hour wasted is gone forever. That is why the highest form of time management is not just about productivity, it is about purpose. To live with purpose every hour is to live in alignment with the reason you were placed on this earth. Most people are busy, but few are purposeful. They wake up, go through routines, answer messages, chase tasks, and fall asleep without ever asking, did I live today in alignment with my mission? Busyness feels like movement, but purpose is direction. Without purpose, life feels empty, no matter how much you achieve. With purpose, even the smallest act carries weight and meaning. Living with purpose every hour means that before you commit your time, you ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my vision or pull me away from it? This question turns your 24 hours into sacred currency. You stop spending time carelessly and you start investing it wisely. Just like a wise investor multiplies wealth, a wise person multiplies impact through purposeful hours. But how do you bring purpose into every hour? It begins with clarity. You must know who you are and what you stand for. Your values are the compass of your life. Without them, you will drift, living according to the expectations of others. With them, you live as the author of your story. Define what matters to you. Is it growth, contribution, family, service, success? Once you know, you can align your hours with those truths. Next, infuse even ordinary tasks with meaning. Purpose is not only found in grand achievements, it is found in how you live moment to moment. Washing dishes can be an act of mindfulness. A conversation with a friend can be an act of love. Your work can be an offering, not just a duty. When you bring intention to everything, no hour is wasted. Purpose also requires courage. The world will tempt you with distractions, shallow pleasures, and other people's agendas. Living with purpose means saying no to what does not serve your vision, even when it is uncomfortable. It means choosing growth over comfort, long-term fulfillment over short-term ease. Purpose is not always easy, but it is always worth it. And here's the deeper truth. When you live with purpose, your hours stop belonging only to you. They begin to serve something greater. Your life becomes a gift, not just to yourself, but to others. Every hour spent wisely becomes a ripple that touches the world. At the end of your days, it will not matter how busy you were. What will matter is whether you lived with meaning. Did you honor your time? Did you honor your purpose? Did you honor your life? Living with purpose every hour transforms 24 hours from a routine into a masterpiece. And when you do this day after day, you don't just manage your time, you create a legacy. As we come to the end of this journey, let's pause and reflect. You have exactly 24 hours each day, no more, no less. The same 24 hours were given to Einstein, to Mother Teresa, to Steve Jobs, to Nelson Mandela, and to every person who ever made history. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is not time itself, it is how they choose to use it. Every sunrise brings you a new account of 24 hours, and every sunset closes that account forever. The question is, how are you spending this sacred currency? Are you trading it for distractions, gossip, and meaningless noise? Or are you investing it into growth, discipline, love, and purpose? Your answer to this question determines the quality of your life. Think of your life as a masterpiece being painted one stroke at a time. Each hour is a brushstroke. Some will be bold, some gentle, some may seem insignificant, but together they form the painting of your destiny. Waste too many strokes, and the picture loses clarity. Use them with intention, and the picture becomes breathtaking. Time does not wait. It does not slow down for the lazy, nor does it speed up for the ambitious. It moves at the same pace for all. That is why excuses hold no power. Someone with less opportunity but greater discipline will surpass the one with endless resources but wasted hours. The universe respects effort, not excuses. Managing your 24 hours is not just about productivity hacks, schedules, or to-do lists. It is about living consciously. It is about realizing that your life is a gift, and that each day you are entrusted with a portion of it. To squander that gift is to dishonor yourself. To use it well is to honor both yourself and the source that gave it to you. And here is the beauty. You don't need to change everything overnight. You only need to master today. If you can live one day with intention, discipline, balance, and the purpose, then you can repeat it tomorrow and the day after until your entire life transforms. Success is not found in the distant future. It is built in the present moment, 1 hour at a time. So ask yourself right now, how will I use the next hour of my life? Not tomorrow, not next year, this hour. Will you waste it or will you honor it? Will you let it slip away unnoticed, or will you use it as a step toward the life you dream of? Your 24 hours are your greatest wealth. Protect them, respect them, multiply them through discipline, rest, and purpose. Because at the end of life, you will not be asked how much you earned or how much you owned. You will be asked how much you truly lived. The time is now. The choice is yours. The next 24 hours are waiting. Make them count.